because I went to work yesterday. Gosh, 1990, that was the year I was born.
And we're back. Nightbot's on it. Foxy, I think Nightbot might have been first on that one. Shadow Wolf, you're back. Good to see you today, Shadow Wolf. Everyone's back. They found it.
My dog hates it when I throw out my yoga mat. Huh. God, that thing that's like 6 feet away from me, Dad, just makes a big old weird noise and comes right at me. Dude, it's not even anywhere close to you.
Hey, I'm just reading the messages here, everyone. Oily.
Oh, we can't forget to start the watch, of course, right? Because
you know the rules. If it's not on Strava, it doesn't count. I'm surprised I even have a beard anymore, to be honest. With the amount of hair that I keep losing every day. Oy.
usually I get all this stuff ready before I start streaming. But I was like,
Not today, Satan.
not today. Hopefully Carol comes out because she likes seeing my feet.
Put some socks on, dude. Like, no way, bro.
Excuse me. Usually, like, I wake up a little bit more before I start doing this, but it's already 7:30, and I'm like, I feel like I'm behind the times. So, that's why this morning seems a little bit unorganized. API mix sound. Boy. Dang, no morning mojo today? Swooshes, riser. Bob, what's today's theme? Hey, Mr. Gamer, do I play? What game were you asking in Philadelphia? Madolin? Or were you saying Madden? Or were you trying to say Madden? I have Madden. I haven't played it in quite a while. Earther Escher Ochoa. Buenos dias. Summertime sun. That sounds nice. Random dude. Oh, the mandolin. Oh no, that's just decoration. That's funny. Foxy asked the same thing too, but I think she was talking about the ukulele. The ukulele. Erica Guzman, buenos dias. That's my dog, yep. He's full of Doge coins too. My beard looks all crazy. I'm like that guy at a party that goes in carrying a skateboard, but I don't actually skateboard. I just want to look like I skateboard. This is my dog, Charlie. It's just like I have a camera tattoo, but I don't actually take pictures, you know? I just want to look like a cool artsy guy. No, Tony Hawk's still alive. He's just getting older. That makes me sad.
What I would do right now. It stretches about an hour. It depends if we go into making breakfast too. Yeah, what is Poltergeist? I know you're playing Geometry Dash, but is that an online game? What is Geometry Dash even? We'll probably stretch for an hour and then we'll switch to breakfast mode because I know you guys like watching me eat for some reason. Yeah, Davey, do what you gotta do, man. I'll definitely be catching the recap too, because I want to see what you're going through. Going in that Amish marketplace. But we got our coffee here. Still just as good. I was worried because I had like half of the coffee that I usually have left over. So I thought this was gonna be just a really watered down, disappointing hot drink. Gosh, this music, what I would give to be waking up right now at a nice, like, all-inclusive Mexican resort, like in Cabo San Lucas or freaking Cancun. You just go out in Hawaii even, but the music doesn't really fit that. But you just walk outside of your hotel room and boom, you're at the beach right there. I don't drink, but you know, someone hands you a freaking mimosa or a Bloody Mary, a michelada in the morning even. Oof. But for me, I guess I'd go for a nice cup of coffee or orange juice. Alright. And the fire service, hey, thanks, yeah. I made a lot of money on that show, dude. Just making duck calls. Making duck calls and sharing, talking about life. You know, it's funny, all the things I get compared to, I don't really get Duck Dynasty too much. I don't really know if that show's on anymore. There was that one guy, man, he wasn't all there, right? He was like the old man, he just kind of like mumbled a lot, just kind of mumbled and jumbled. Am I in Canada? No, I'm in California. Beautiful California. The Golden State. Dang, we're already up to 5 likes this morning. Yeah. You know, it's funny, this one channel I watched, it's called RC Spark Studio. They made their own kind of gold rush show on his YouTube channel, but it was all RC cars. And so they had like an RC car like gold mine and stuff, and like RC tractors and everything you need, right? Good one, Google account. It's actually 46 degrees out right now. But thank you for commenting and helping the algorithm out. Oh yeah. Our guy Davey's going live right now. I could watch it on my phone, but then it would kill the music. Boy. So right now in the documentary that I was telling you guys about, Tony Hawk's trying to land the 900 again one more time. And he keeps slamming his head, he keeps... Oh, hey-o! That's kinky. I love dropping a good hey-o! Oh, I appreciate it. I don't have another... I could turn on my phone, and then I could watch Davey's stream. But then I'd lose out on my music too, you know? Streaming while we're streaming. Streaming someone else's stream while we're streaming. give us highlights here and there, a play-by-play highlight if you don't mind. What is Geometry Dash though? Is that a computer game where you have to like answer math problems in order to advance in the game? Is that what I'm gathering here in Philadelphia? Oh man. I remember, guys, I'm old enough to remember watching Tony Hawk live land the 900. It was on TV though, but I remember that day. I remember where I was, who I was with. That was... Seeing that, man, remembering that, just you felt like... That was like our moon landing. oh, man, you were so close that time. Yeah, Tony... That's a funny way to look at it. Tony Hawk landing the 900 was our basically moon landing. You saw people land on the moon? Whatever, dude. I saw Tony Hawk land the 900. Boy. I don't think I can create a poll on... is the music too loud? I can't create a poll on my iPad, but... Should we have our avocado toast for breakfast this morning, or should we have oatmeal? Guys, I can't read the chat that far away, I'm sorry. I won't be able to look at my phone's chat and not, you know what I'm saying? I can't, I need like a separate screen for just the chat. What the heck? That doesn't... Let me finish this little stretch there and see what the... Usually we start with the rolling out of the back, and I'm just freaking all over the place this morning. Yeah, I have had that band come loose on my foot, and it's like, thankfully this band isn't, it's more longer, and it's got like a minimal stretch, so it doesn't come at you like those, you know, those kind of, what do you call them, man, like tie down straps? They don't like tie them down, but they're the rubber ones with the metal hooks on the end, that style, and they always seem to come loose when it's like maximum tension. I've had one of those whip me in the hands before and arms, and oof. But this one's not really as gnarly. It's more longer, like I was saying. So I don't really have to worry about as much as, yeah, bungee cord, there you go, thank you. Gosh, freaking Davey. I was really stoked to see that. You know what? I gotta see this too. We're still staying live over here for all y'all, but I wanted to see this Amish market. I'm watching Davey stream as I stream. It's my entertainment. Flip the camera around. He just did it too. Yeah, bungee cords are gnarly. That's why I'm always wearing sunglasses or safety glasses. I'm trolling Davey's stream. Wow, pretzel wraps, man. That sounds good. Cause you know, like over here on the West Coast, we don't have Amish people, right? So we just have what we just have what the media portrays us as Amish people. Um, This is so interesting. Well, she's kind of cute. Well, she's kind of. Random dude. We're just doing our morning stretch, but I'm a little. I can't watch Davy's stream. I'm too distracted to do my own. I gotta do my own thing here. Sorry, I'm too distracted. Using my own stream. I will be back in 45 minutes or so. Okay. See, I was too distracting. Oh, I forgot the speaker. Where were we on the tunage here? Sorry guys, we'll get caught up. You know, Google account, it's, you make more money as a cult leader, but you have more fun as a cult follower. You know what I'm saying, dude? Yeah. Maybe Davey will find a new wife, girlfriend. That's a question for the chat. Would you guys, if you met someone that was Amish, we actually live really close to that, to where that guy went, all that stuff went down. At least they had like a little bit of a following up there. Question for you guys: if you're a normal person, for lack of a better word, you like technology, you know, you're a modern day person, and then you meet someone in the Amish community, would you give up all of your modern day conveniences for them, and then go to the Amish lifestyle? How would you talk to them? You know, like you're in like the talking stage. Like, how do you exchange phone numbers? Like, I'm sorry, Jedediah. There's no cell service over in Amish country. Old-fashioned letters, yeah. Gosh, writing letters. That sounds as archaic as talking to people on AOL Instant Messenger. Oh, hi, buddy. No butthole this time. The Amish are the last real craftsmen. That's an interesting take. I think there's still real craftsmen out there. People that can build stuff with their hands, right? Boy. Here we go. They're doing it. I remember this day. Yep. Golly, the baggy pants. He goes up. Boom, get some air. Boom, get some air. He's feeling great. He goes for boom. Yeah. Oh. Missed it that time. See? 1-800-CALL ATT. As you guys know, I like to start with the chirp wheel. Boy. Oh, just really roll into it. Dang, 8 likes already? We're only 20 minutes deep. Yesterday was my first, Yesterday was my first day back on the bike in quite a while. And, I can really feel it on my downstairs. You got some. Sitting on a bike seat is something else, you know. Or maybe you guys don't know if you don't cycle. Please check out the Discord if you guys want to hang out after when we're not streaming. We're basically just share funny videos with each other. This music makes me think about going into like Forever 21 or an Express. Forever 21 doesn't exist anymore, really. I don't think Forever 21 exists anymore. What should we have for breakfast today? Should we have oatmeal or avocado toast? Or both? Boy. We also have Buy Me a Coffee. It's like Patreon, but better. Avocado. We got one vote for avocado. What? Avocado is nice. It's like a really light breakfast. A good way to wake up in the morning. Light breakfast like that. Just to break your fast. I think that's why they call it breakfast. Here he goes. Here he goes. Ah. So determined. He's like, I'm gonna risk it for everything to get this 900. Whoa. I've never seen that before. Yesterday I was talking about how when I was in Texas, I saw some Texas-sized avocados, and those things were like the size of this water bottle. Like, what the heck, dude? That's crazy. Boy. Oh. That sounds really good. I can't believe Davey's never had an avocado before. And he's like, people like me just don't eat that kind of stuff. And I'm like, what, dude? People around here don't really eat that foo-foo kind of California crap. There's vocals on this song, and Charlie's looking around like, where is that female voice coming from? Who was it? Google account was talking a little trash about us. It is funny though that, you know, when it's like 60 degrees out, everyone's got their puffy jackets out here. Hey, bacon hair, good to see you. Buenos dias. ¿Cómo estás, señor or señorita? What is my profession? Actually work at a fire academy. Work at a fire academy is my main job, but I also do photography, videography, social media management. I have my own photography business. Christy Bird. Okay. Do you know who Carol Reich is? We've been trying to get to the bottom of her. No, I help train the future firefighters. I used to be a firefighter, but then I herniated a disc in my lower back, and then I ended up medically resigning after I got back surgery. Boy. I think today we're gonna get on... my road bike just isn't really tuned properly, so when you try to shift the rear derailleur, it just gets a little jacked up, so I'm kind of like hesitant to get on it because I'm just frustrated with it, you know? I think I need to take it to a bike shop. But there's a part of me that wants to jump on my road bike today. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, you should get one. They're good fun. And where I live, it's not, there's a few good hills, but it's not too bad. Have I seen ice activity? Not with my own eyes, to be honest. I've seen it on Facebook, like the locals talking about that. Like, oh, there's ice right here in my town. And so I've seen it on Facebook, but I haven't seen it with my own eyes, personally. You know, fun fact about really big cushy bike seats like that. You know, everyone thinks they're super comfortable, but that's a great point, Google account. People think like really wide bike seats are good for you and they're comfy and all that stuff, but it actually really does a lot of damage to your hips. Oh god. Yeah, it protrudes them is the word, I think. That's a good one. How do you fit 4 guys to a single bar stool? Just turn it upside down. That's why this stream is set not for kids, because we say anything goes. But yeah, that's wow. That's an interesting point. Like no one's actually seen the ice rays with their own eyes. We've only seen videos of it. I've seen a lot of them on YouTube. Would you sign up for ICE? Would you sign up for ICE or would you sign up for Border Patrol? Border Patrol actually offers $15,000 to $25,000 bonuses after the first 3 months if you're willing to go in more of like a sketchier area. Nine likes already, heck yeah. Moving right along, you guys. I appreciate the thumbs up. You know, the old YouTube motto is subscribing's free, liking it's free, watching it's free, just cost me your time, which I appreciate you guys for. Yeah. Just that sign about the pretzels looks super good. I'm like, yeah, I love a freaking hot pretzel. We don't really have anything like that around here either. The Boom Boom Huck Jam. Gosh, Tony freaking Hawk. And as someone with some German descent in them, I love a good pretzel. Pretzel with some hot butter to dip them in. Am I in the north or the south? Actually, neither. I'm on the central coast. So we are neither NorCal or SoCal. Our motto here is not the Bay, not LA. LA sucks, to be honest with you guys. I avoid that place at all costs. And honestly, the Bay Area sucks too. You could avoid that. You could avoid LA. Central California. Oh, okay. So I'm like 2 to 3-ish hours north of Malibu. I live where they launch all the rockets from. Why? There's like Central California, which doesn't even deserve to be called California. It's such a shithole. In my personal opinion. And they just have different vibes over there. And then they all come out here. Like all the people from Bakersfield would come out here to the beach and stuff. And it's like, go home, stay in Bakersfield. They trash the beach like crazy. They don't deserve to come out here. If you can't respect the area that you're visiting, then you don't deserve to be here, in my opinion. You're not welcomed. When I was drinking, I'd get a little aggressive at the beach. I remember being out there one time and watching this family. You could tell they weren't from here, and they were feeding this seagull like chips, and they had like a giant chip bag, and then just tossed it out on the sand for them all to go crazy. And so I walked over and grabbed it, and they gave me this weird look like, how could you do that to the birds? And I just straight up told them, I was like, why don't you try giving a shit? And crumpled it up and threw it in the trash, right? And then like 5 minutes later, the lifeguard or a lifeguard drove by in the truck, and they ran over and they got all mad at me. They snitched on me, like, that guy said something mean to us. And when the lifeguard came over and was like, "What's up, man?" I was like, "Well, yeah, I totally agree, Google account." I told him, well, they were feeding the birds, they were littering, and I just told him, "Why don't you try giving a shit?" And the guy just laughed and just kept on driving by. Yeah, people that play music at the beach should be arrested or have their heads dunked under the ocean water. It's like, no one wants to listen to your shitty fucking music. It's the same lame music that they listen to at home, they listen to at the gym. It's the same stupid playlist, but they're out here in public and think that everyone wants to hear it. Nope. Turn that shit off. We're really getting fired up this morning, guys. We're only 30 minutes in. The coffee isn't the only thing hot and bothered today. Boy. Yeah, and it's like, okay, people pay. Let's process this one as a group here. People pay for noisemakers or different apps on their phone to have like ocean waves, right? And you can go out to the beach and hear all that stuff for free, natural, raw sound. But then like, ocean waves, ocean noise, that's stupid. I want to put my Bluetooth speaker up super loud and cover that up. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense at all. There's a lot of people actually, I mean, I know I'm listening to music, but that's just for background noise here for the stream and for some stretching, but there's a lot of people nowadays that aren't comfortable with themselves or with their own thoughts, right? So they constantly need stimulation and just stuff to fill the whatever void they have in their head. All right. Tomorrow is just gonna be spicy Sunday stretching. Come here with your rants. Come for the rant, stay for the... I was gonna say pants, but... Bring your pants and stay for the rants. And on Sundays we just say anything. This is our version of church, so we just get it all off of our chest. Seeing my cup and this sticker, I totally meant to text my buddy yesterday after the stream. There's two guys I need to catch up with. This guy, Barrett, and then my old coworker, Craig, who recently retired back in December. Like, I miss those guys. Barrett lives up in the, oh man. What are the Mexican hats doing up there up in Amish country in Maryland? But it's wild, like, you know, you work with these people and you see them every day and you think to like keep texting them and stay in contact, and then, you know, one day turns into a week and a week turns into a month, and the next thing you know, you don't have heard from them in a year. Boy. Gosh. Craig was a cool guy. He's the one that he would come by my work my office kind of space. I sit in a Connex, and he would come by and be like, just tell me about different things, different conspiracy theories, and where my office faces, where my shipping container faces is directly in the flight path for the Air Force Base. So we just share different conspiracy theories about that and be like, you know, have you ever noticed that a lot more planes fly over and there's a lot more plane activity when it's all super cloudy out? And I was like, whoa, yeah, I have noticed that actually, you're right. That's interesting. Oi, my hip, I got a hip cramp. Oh, we got big messages here. Oh man, Google account. Where are you watching from, dude? Tried to go to a state park last year and parking lot was full of illegals with out-of-state plates. Had to turn her around. You know what's funny? New England. Oh, nice. Well, welcome to the... Or, sorry you had a terrible experience here in the West Coast. I don't really have so much of a problem. I mean, it doesn't really sound like a problem either, but this is what's funny to me. As someone who's traveled a lot, not trying to brag, I'm just using that as for reference. With California plates to other states, we get a lot of hate just for having our plates, right? Oregon, Colorado, not so bad in Utah or Nevada either. But definitely Oregon and Colorado, they'll be like, oh, F California, F you, right? Just for existing. So I always crack up when I see Oregon or Colorado plates here in California. I'm like, what are you doing here? If your state's so much better, oh, interesting. That's a interesting take or concept. I didn't think about that. Where do you Google account? I don't want to bring politics into this, but where do you fall into the whole like? Do you support the Trump administration and all of the deportations and all of that? I mean, if you're here illegally, you're a criminal, right? And there's such a stigma, like, oh, if we get rid of all the illegals, who's gonna pick? The Democrats are saying that, right? Who's gonna pick our fruits and vegetables and stuff and all of our farms, work our farms? Like, well, I used to work on a farm. I was actually there's only 2 white people and I was one of them. Yeah, I'm honestly, let me finish my train of thought here. I worked on a farm and I was dealing with another white person and I was a mechanic, right? It was awesome, loved that job. But I learned a lot. I learned a lot about like the dynamics of a farm and stuff in California. And all the workers there actually weren't illegal. They weren't U.S. citizens, but they have programs. The government has programs where actually they come over here. They come over here legally through a program for a certain period of time, like during harvest season and stuff. And you know, I'm sure all the major farms are using the same kind of program. You know, I considered myself to be in the middle, circling back to what you guys are talking about, like a moderate. But I heard this quote that said, thank you to everyone on the left for pushing all of us in the middle to the right. You know, I think the majority of people are just normal. Yeah, exactly. 1,000% Google account. I totally agree with you. I work outside every day. I mean, I'm working in a Connex, but I'm outside. Working with my hands, I'm a technician, you know. I ain't afraid to do manual labor. Parveen, buenos dias, senor. Good to see you today. Doing manual labor is honestly fun. It's very satisfying doing stuff with your hands. I love working on my own cars. I look down on people that take in their vehicles to go get the oil changed, having someone else do it. Like, whoa, man, you're gonna have another man work on your vehicle and change your oil? Like, what the heck, dude? You can't do that yourself? I mean, I understand if you don't have the time for it, or if you have like a disability that prevents you from doing that kind of stuff, but it's so easy to change your own oil. Sure, it seems like they're making it more expensive though to do it yourself. Oh, and it's like, I just put a hitch on my Hyundai. I have a fuel efficient car now too. Got a badass Jeep, fuel efficient car, dual sport motorcycle. But they wanted like $60 to have someone else install it. 4 bolts. $60. And I'm like, wait, what? I watched a quick YouTube video on how to do it and I was like, oh shit, man, I could do that easy. banged it out in a quarter of time. Yeah, it's so stupid, huh? And I don't even use the best of the best stuff. I just use Castrol high mileage. Oh. I used to when I was a firefighter and had a little bit better income, I would run Royal Purple in my Jeep. That stuff works really well, but it's really expensive. Yeah, what kind of world do we live in now where it's more expensive to change your own oil than to take it somewhere? It's like they're trying to prevent people from doing their own stuff with their own hands. Yeah, Royal Purple is expensive. But it does seem to work really well. There was a little bit of a valve noise in my Jeep, and it did seem to get rid of that while I was running Royal Purple. Boy. Welcome to the stretch. The thing we're stretching out right now is our minds. Talking about life. Oh, can you guys prison squat like that? I could sit like this all day. I don't think I have the leg strength right now because I'm pretty sore, but to do a pistol squat. My legs are pretty tired from yesterday's bike ride. Hey Higgins, good morning, sir. Hi, buddy. Charlie's in the way, so he won't let him. Higgins is such a gentle old man, so he doesn't like force his way around any other dogs. Here he comes. Here he comes. You got it, buddy. Come on, buddy. Yeah, there's just so many boxes in the way, Dad. Yeah, say hey to everyone, bud. Hi, good morning. My old man Higgins. Yeah, good morning, buddy. Did you sleep good? Yeah, oh. Come here. Come here, over here. Let everyone see it. Nope. He's gotta go to the bathroom. Ugh. Just Higginsing around. Boy, I'm not even sure what I'm doing anymore. I'm just kind of just stretching out my toes and my arches. He's getting that morning scratch on. But we're at 41 minutes for the yoga timer. I think I missed it. Boy, missed a message from Google accounts. Yeah, no, I've heard that about cheap oils. But I heard there's detergent in gas, and that's what fluctuates the gas price is based on how much detergent's in the fuel. And the more expensive gas has more detergent. Am I following that correctly? No, just YouTube. I don't have a Twitch account, but I haven't gone live there in quite some time. Just YouTube. Pretty much all my energy is just on YouTube nowadays. I'm not on Instagram. I have an account on Instagram, but I'm not on there. Boy. And everyone's like, oh, you should go live on TikTok. And I'm like, no, F that. TikTok is brain rot. I'm not giving those people my not information, but my time and my stream. Yeah, TikTok is really toxic. The flower shop, I manage their social media. We've talked about going on TikTok, and they have an account, but I've only posted on there for them like 2 or 3 times now. I just can't. I can't be on there. It's just I lose brain cells. Yeah, right. My lower back is just super tight today. I don't know if it's tight or just like weak feeling. Because as I had back surgery, I don't know if any of you guys have had surgery, but whenever the weather changes, the pressure difference like really affects me. New England, wow. I'd like to see that one day. Hey, buenos dias, lover. My girlfriend made it. Oi. Oi. Someone made an interesting point earlier asking if, based on where we live, this is a conversation for my girlfriend. If we've seen any ice raids with our own eyes, and I had to answer that no, actually I haven't. I've seen the clips or seen photos on Facebook of people talking about it, but I've never seen it with my own eyes. Have you guys seen the video of Danny Mullen? He's kind of a YouTube prankster, kind of just personality, for lack of a better word. But he went to a Tesla protest. This is like a month or so ago. And this one guy, he was wearing a MAGA hat, and this one guy backhanded his face, and golly, Tony Hawk just fell and his helmet blew off. Golly. Just lay freaking down, dude. He looks like his eyes are in the back of his head. So hit him, and his glasses fell off, and his hat fell off, and so then Danny gets in and grabs him, and they start to get into it, and Danny Mullen knows judo, so he does some kind of like leg sweep move and gets him right on the ground and gets him in a chokehold. It was so beautiful. Like that was beautiful. Let me see if I can show you guys here. Fight protest. 1.4 million views. And that's the funny thing about these Tesla people, the Tesla terrorists as they should be called. They act so tough, but they're honestly the biggest losers. The white balance is super off right now because I'm.
I love this pause here. It's like ChatGPT thinking before it spits out an answer. I'm crawling all the data from my 8 years of YouTubing, my martial arts experience.
Just because of the background behind me. Bam!
To quote King Theoden, so it begins. Okay. Oh wow, that's not okay. Hey, you assaulted him, man. We got that shit on camera. Now you're gonna go down. It's gonna be a problem for you, man.
Bam!
I really like this guy's grin. I do like that I have the clarity of mind to set down my sunglasses before things get nasty. It's gonna be a problem for you, man.
That was beautiful. Oh. It's like, they act so tough, and you could tell that guy, dude who created YouTube and stuff, it's going good. We're just stretching right now and talking about the Tesla terrorists. But But those guys are out there. They're not the guys changing their own oil. They don't work with their hands. They're inside dudes. You know, as I would describe them. And they act just so tough because they're in a group full of like-minded, brainwashed people. So they think that there's power in numbers, right? So they finally leave their miserable lives to go be with other people that have the same miserable lives, the same liberal hive mindset, right? So they act all high and mighty. We're all jerking each other off all day, you know, and then finally like a real man comes around, and then that guy has to pay the consequences. And I guarantee that Sony camera that was around his have you ever heard of the seatbelt effect? Hey, I appreciate that. The dude who creates YouTube and stuff. The seatbelt effects is where a female has the seatbelt going across and it makes her breasts look a little more prominent, right? You know what I'm saying? The guys can get that too, and they got all big old man boobs. So that Sony camera, it smacked the ground and broke the lens right off. That had to be at least a $2,000 or $3,000 camera that guy ended up losing because he couldn't let his emotions. He let his emotions get the best of him, you know. Let me just text my lover rear back really quick. It's like, okay. She's hearing this, so not the best, but not the worst. How is your legs and butt feeling today? My taint is a little sore. Taint your butt and taint your balls. It's just that middle area. Boy. But yeah. That's that. I think all the people that are destroying Teslas or defacing them should go straight to jail. And, you know, regardless of what you agree with or disagree with, you shouldn't go defacing. Hey, Higgins' little cameo. You shouldn't go around defacing other people's property. All because you're upset that some dude who happens to be one of the smallest % shareholders in a company is getting rid of government waste. Like, what the heck? And there's so many videos on YouTube where the Democrats are saying the exact same thing. Like Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, you know, all those people are like, we need to cut government spending and government waste and audit and all this. And then once it's finally happening, they're like, oh no, 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 no. I want to know, like, Elon Musk is talking next about how he's gonna look into how these politicians that make like $100,000 a year. Exactly. Mm-hmm. How are these politicians that make $100K a year now multimillionaires? You know, that's not, the math isn't mathing. Nancy Pelosi's husband doesn't work. It's only her, and she's a Congress member. But now she's worth like almost $5 million. Come on now. Y'all gonna get caught, and y'all deserve to go to jail. Yeah, exactly. Google account. Google account. I hope you subscribe to Try Notifications because we got a lot of people that usually come in on our live stream that you'd get along with great. We all have the same kind of mindset. You would vibe well with them. Some days we share conspiracy theories. I appreciate it. I appreciate Google account. Our New England friend. What's your thoughts on Sam Adams beer? That's from New England, right? Or is that from... I know it's from the East Coast, but the commercials hype it up like it's just the best beer ever. And I'm like, I've never once seen anyone like go to a bar or anything, but I'm going to order a Samuel Adams. I always thought the guy in the commercials was kind of a douchebag. Yeah, it's trash. I'm sober now. I've been sober for almost 2 years, but yeah, I've never once thought to grab a Samuel Adams beer. Yesterday when we were biking, my girlfriend and I, she picked up a tick, and I was just like, where the heck did you... I wonder where she got that from. I mean, obviously it was out there on the trails, but I wonder which part. There was one spot where we rode that was pretty high grass area, but it was interesting. I didn't get one myself, thankfully. Knock on wood. Ultra running, Jade Bezelberg, the newest ultra elite athlete. It sucks that, I mean, this is just my jealousy talking here, right? But like, shoe companies only want to work with the elite, right? And you see all of their like accomplishments, you're like, oh, that's fucking cool, good job, congratulations, that's sick. But I can't relate to that, you know? And the general public can't relate to that. But they don't want to work with the more like relatable runners, you know, the guy that just goes out there and runs a 5K to 15K every day, right? So it's interesting to me. We only want to work with the top people, not you low-level runners. We got 4 minutes left here on the yoga, and then we'll go make some breakfast. Oh. Boy. Like I was saying, I'd really like to get on my road bike today. That'd be fun. The weather is prime. Boy. 52 degrees, mostly sunny. High of 75 today. Low of 45. Hey, we did gain 3 new subscribers today. We're up to 2,083 subscribers. Pretty sweet. Yeah, rugby's up now, buddy. What? My cousin Rugby's up? Or I think Rugby is be his uncle. Boy. Boy. That was a good stretch, kind of not really. What I need to do is look up more YouTube videos on how to perfectly tune a road bike derailleur. Davey's still alive. Boat show on the bay, Big Dan show. Karting. Just looking through my YouTube subscriptions right now. Hopefully our dude Andy's doing okay. I've seen a lot of his shorts, but I haven't seen a message come through from him. Tune a road bike rear derailleur. Wow. When you're out there, like, I don't want to have to put it in the I know, right? Don't want to bombard Andy with a ton of messages. Do I watch the 5-minute video or do I watch the 16-minute video? Hey Rugby, buenos dias, senor. How are you, buddy? Is someone else getting pets that isn't me? Charlie, he doesn't. Every time I start petting Rugby, Charlie's like, oh, we're playing. It's playing time. Like, no, dude, we're just chilling. You just want some pets. Okay, we're just gonna let the clock run out for one more minute here on the watch, and then we'll time that, and we'll go make some breakfast. Drink some water now. Actually, you know what time it is for that? Oh, my head's all itchy. Itchy hair, mom, spaghetti. The queen of meth. Interesting. There was this on the topic of action sport athletes. There was this female mountain bike racer who actually turned into being a drug mule. In between mountain bike races, she would move drugs across America. Same thing. There's a skier, an Olympian skier, did that too. He's recently in the news for that. Let me see. Let me pull that up so I'm not just talking out my hiney hole. Let's see here. I really like the Summer of Soul song. That one just got me. This is getting me pumped up for the summertime. Because we don't pay these kind of athletes enough. Ryan James Wedding, a former Canadian Olympic snowboarder who competed in the 2002 Winter Olympics, is currently wanted by U.S. authorities for allegedly leading a transnational drug trafficking organization and orchestrating multiple murders related to the drug trade. In March 2025, the FBI added Weddings to the 10 most wanted fugitives list and announced a $10 million reward. He is believed to be in Mexico under the protection of the Sinaloa cartel. Additionally, Nathan Baggerly, a former Australian Olympic kayaker, pleaded guilty in 2024 to attempting to import a large quantity of cocaine into Australia. He and his brother were involved in the plot to smuggle over 500 kilograms of cocaine, leading to their convictions and significant prison sentences. Okay, stretching time is on. Stretching time is done. Time to go get some agua. Make some. Bring the speaker with us. Keep the tunes going. Oy. Let's go get some breakfast here. Too bad our guy Davey isn't here. I know. Oh, Jesus! I know he likes seeing avocado toast. Like, whoa, what's that? What are those green things you got there, buddy? So interesting that Maryland avocados aren't really a thing there. He's on the drink break. What kind of drinks do they have out in Amish country? I can't imagine them drinking alcohol, right? What's that thing called where the Amish get to go do whatever they want for a little bit once they turn like 16 or 17, I think, or I don't know what age it is. But then they can just go run buck wild for a little bit, and then they can decide if they want to stay Amish or not. There's a word for that, right? Let me look it up here. We need to get a tick removing kit the next time we are at REI. Any excuse to go to REI with my girlfriend, I am totally down for. What is the moment called in an Amish person's life where they can go out and experience the real world and decide if they want to stay Amish? Rumspringa! Rumspringa! Rumspringa typically begins around age 16 and can last for a few months or several years. During this time, Amish youth are given more freedom to explore the world, experience modern life, and decide whether they want to be baptized into the Amish church and fully commit to the Amish way of life. Not all leave the community or go wild during this time. Some stay. You guys, stop fighting. Charlie always likes to get in between me and whatever dog is next to me. He's like, that's my dad. You gotta stay away. Yeah. You're okay. Yeah, I'll remind you that you were here first. Bless you. Bless you, Rugby. Come on, Higgins, you want to get into this pet sesh? I only got 2 arms left. Oi. Hi, Charlie. Yeah, it's time to eat something. It's time for breakfast. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. Do you guys put your bread in the refrigerator? I feel like it helps keep it fresh. We're gonna start out with some water though. And of course, the everything bagel seasoning. But as always, I'm not actually drinking Saratoga water. I just really like the bottle. I just refilled it with fridge water. Can I speak up and stop mumbling? What are you talking about, dingus? Dingus? Okay, then they can live on you forever then. What a weird response. Large gargling sound? Maybe you got too many dinguses in your ear, buddy. And guys, that's my favorite thing about YouTube trolls is I always like to clap back at them. I'm sure if the audio is bad, the mods would say something about the audio quality. This cutting board didn't get washed very well. All right, check out the size of this avocado. Not too big, not too small, just kind of mediocre size. Boom. What a perfect little cut. I wonder what you could do with the insides of the avocado, the pits. I'd love to actually, circling back to the ICE protests and that stuff going on. I'd like to go visit one myself, you know, but I'm curious the reception. It's like, I'm not here to start trouble. I'm just here to see what you guys have to say. If they'd be like, oh, get out of here, you white devil. You know, like, I hate to say it, but as a white person, you're automatically stereotyped. Like, oh, you're carrying a camera? Like, oh, we're here to just cause trouble. It's like, no, man, I'm here to listen and see what you have to say. And I won't say any names, but some stuff I've heard too is the ones that are protesting are all the ones that actually don't want to work. And they're just taking advantage of the system. When you see like actual hardworking Mexicans, they're not out there protesting, they're at work, you know? There it is. Whoop, there it is. Yeah, whoop, there it is. Just like all the people that are out there protesting against Tesla, man. What, don't you guys have jobs to be at? There's some kind of protest going on, like nationwide today, called like hands off protest or something like that. I saw on a little blip it of the news, which doesn't make any sense at all. What are you guys going hands off on? Who knows? Let me look it up. I always like to fact check my stuff just so I'm not just talking out of a honey hole. What's going on here? Oh, my girlfriend, while we were up in Cambria, got him a canned Bigfoot, and he's opening it right now. Poor guy doesn't know how to open a can. Oh, nice. Now that I think about it, that's it's kind of dangerous to give it to a kid, because cans are, when you pull the lid off a can, like a pop top kind of can, man, those things are sharp. Stuck in there too.
And I never home.
Okay, let me look up the. Let me look up to see what those protests are about today. If ChatGPT even knows about it. All right, are you ready for this, gang? The hands off! Exclamation point protest. Our nationwide demonstrations today taking place April 5th, 2025, across all 50 U.S. states, organized by a coalition of over 150 groups, including civil rights organizations, labor unions, LGBTQ plus advocates, and veterans. The protests aim to oppose recent policies implemented by President Donald Trump's administration and actions taken by Elon Musk, who leads the newly establishment Department of Government Efficiency. So basically, they're pissed off that the government's getting downsized. They're pissed off because of immigration and policies. They're pissed off because of the scaling back of protections for transgender individuals and other marginalized groups, and reductions in federal funding for health programs. See, like I was talking about the other day, guys, if you were here or not, ChatGPT has no problem, like, being pretty aggressive towards the right and or Trump. But if you ask it anything about Democrats, it completely defends it. And so it's really interesting to me how left-leaning ChatGPT is. I'm all for it, man. Like, it's hard for me to comment on that because I know who I am. I know how I feel. I know what's inside of my cojones, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to discredit people that feel like they're in the wrong body, right? But in my opinion, we shouldn't be pushing that on children. You know, if you have to be over 18 to get a tattoo because it's permanent, you should also be 18 or older to be able to get surgery to remove different body parts or take hormone replacement hormones, you know, and stuff like that. Like, oh, my third grader knows that he's this way or that way, or she, right? So let's pump it full of drugs. Like, nah, kids they just mirror their friends, you know? And I think it's like these kind of wackadoodle teachers that are also pumping or pushing this agenda on kids, and it shouldn't be like that, man. Just teach kids how to add and subtract. Math, not their freaking body parts. A little salt and pepper here for taste. And like what we were talking about with Google accounts, man. Teach your kids to shift gears, not shift genders. And people watching this trying to be, oh, you're anti-trans, you're anti the LGBTQ community. It's like, no, I'm just anti-delusional. And again, those are, you know, this sounds pretty aggressive, but I'm sorry, but they're marginalized groups because they're such a minute people, you know? The working class in America has spoken up and says we're tired of all of this woke nonsense. We're tired of having to bend over backwards for you people that don't contribute anything to society besides just your crazy mindsets. Like, no one gives a F about what your pronouns are. Don't even get me fired up about the people that block freeways with their protests. Like, you're not doing anything for your cause besides making you look just absolutely insane. You're not doing anything to the government, the people that you're trying to target. You're just affecting normal ass people just going to work. Like, sorry boss, I was late because whoa. That's quite a, I've never heard that one before. Hey Jason, what's up, dude? Good to see you today. How is the fiberglass? You said the fiberglass was slow, so you applied. Last time I heard you applied for a job doing like climbing poles, right? Or like the big antenna towers and stuff like that. Am I remember correctly? Now we need a scraping type tool. We're just doing we've been doing morning stretching lately here. And then it kind of transpires into making breakfast. Good, that's good, man. You know, resilience, I think is the word I'm looking here for, is good. It's a good skill to have. That's kind of how I feel at the Fire Academy some days. You know, like I don't get the most hours, but I do really like my job there. 99% of the time. Some days when you're just filling bottles and it's like never ending and they want to go late and I'm like, what the heck? Okay, we got a nice spread of avocado here on this today. So scrape some more off. Scrape as much off as we can. All right. Love a good avocado. So last but not least, here, this is what it looks like. This is a real spread. If you go to like a restaurant around here and you ask for like avocado toast, you're not gonna get, you don't get anything like that. You don't get that much avocado. It's almost like half of an avocado across 2 pieces of toast. But it's important to cover the entire thing with this everything bagel seasoning. How is the audio quality? Is it muffled? Or is that person just being a dingus? I know sometimes based on their, perfect. I wonder what that person was saying then. I know if their Wi-Fi settings aren't very fast, you know, it can come across as muffled because of the audio quality on their end, right? But don't take it out on me, dude. I'm just a streamer, guy. I'm just trying to provide for entertainment. Don't yell at me. I'm basically a volunteer. So yesterday during breakfast, nice. Yeah, you got all the Wi-Fi going. Yesterday during breakfast time, we watched my most viewed video, and that was interesting. An Alexa prank back in the day, almost 10 years ago, coming up. That's perfect. That's awesome. Hey, thanks. That is one of the benefits of living with your parents. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, after my divorce, I didn't have anything, right? So I was forced to move back in with my parents, or else I'd be homeless, right, with my dog. And it just kind of worked out. Take him into the... It works out good because story time on the divorce? Ooh, that's a heavy one. We kind of rushed into marriage a little bit here. We were only married for actually 8 months before we split up. And it's, yeah, it didn't work out, for lack of a better word. But now here, like, my mom she just had her fifth heart surgery. I don't know why I keep saying open heart surgery, but she's had 5 heart surgeries now, so it kind of works out pretty conveniently for them and for myself that I'm like here. I can like watch the dogs when they're gone for like 2 weeks at a time. And she actually, this is like another 90 update. Yeah, you know, Jason, what you don't pay in rent, you pay in your mental health. That is 1,000% true. And my parents are super, super liberal. and like we don't talk about politics at all. That's good. Nice. I get along better with my mom than my dad, to be honest. My dad has just lately gotten just super angry and really grumpy. Ever since COVID happened, he's just gotten really angry. It's really sad to see. And about nothing. He gets upset about the dumbest things. And it's like, dude, he doesn't watch the news, but he just thinks anything Trump or anything Elon is just negative, and he's just looking for a reason to be upset, honestly. Sorry, that made me kind of laugh, Jason. Too many dogs. But yeah, this is what it looks like with the everything bagel seasoning on it here. Oh man, Foxy, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, real thick layer of avocado. Okay, so this is the worst thing about having a beard and like eating sandwiches, burgers, anything that's not like pointy like a pizza. It constantly gets up in there. But yeah, what's everyone doing today? It's Saturday. You got any fun plans going on for today's on your Saturday? Spring cleaning, that's always fun. I was just like Davey saying how he likes to get all of his chores done before going and doing stuff, so when he comes home he doesn't have to do other things like that. But that's good that your dog's back to normal. What's up, Higgins? You got breakfast over there, buddy. I see it, because I did it myself. I know that feeling. Every time Higgins has a seizure, I'm like, this is it. This is the seizure that's going to take you out, buddy. But he always pulls through, thankfully. How old is your dog? Nice. Good to relax on a Saturday, especially if you got a kiddo. I don't have any kids myself, so. That's another thing, too. My sister is just about having her kid. And when she's at work, it's going to be coming over here. Her kid's going to be coming over here. And it's like, well, I don't think my parents have enough energy or spunk, you know, to actually, like, watch a kid. So it's going to kind of come on me a little bit here every now and then. $11 though, that's a good age for a dog. I had a Chihuahua once. It was a good, interesting little dog. It was a feral dog though, so I didn't really get much time with it to see it as a puppy, and you know, like I only had it for like a few months before it passed away. I should probably take these dogs for a walk though. Hold on a second. Hold the phone. There's one. Where's the other one? Where's the tan
Where's the tan young man? Oh, you're cool, Robbie. You can stay in bed. I just didn't want Charlie to be upstairs chewing on something. Where's Charlie? He must be outside. Charlie! Okay. Yeah, thanks for calling him, Marty. Hey, Go on, we're staying inside still. I was just curious where you were, Charlie. Whoa. Okay, thank you, Rugby. Yeah, Lee. Rugby, like I was saying yesterday, Rugby's the most vocal dog I've ever been around. And that includes the Huskies too. So sometimes, just to prevent getting it all up in my beard, I'll fold it like a taco. That's funny. I was asking Davey on his stream, like, do you guys have any like Mexicans up there, or Mexican food? And he's like, well, we got Taco Bell. Like Taco Bell is white people Mexican food. And it's funny, like I grew up with Taco Bell. So then, as you experience like real Mexican food, you're like, what is this? It's super delicious. Like what? I'm used to Taco Bell. What? I like a soft taco from Taco Bell. And they're just like, what? What is that? Whoa, what's a partition? I never heard that term before. I like our mix. Puerto Rican. Oh, Puerto Rican. Oh, okay. How do you spell Puerto Rican? P-O-R. I think it's two words, right? P-U-E-R-T-A space R-I-C-A-N. Puerto Ricans. And I actually got a bit of a lesson from my girlfriend that not all brown people are Mexican, right? I was like, yeah, like that makes sense. They're not all from Mexico. You know, there's like South American, for instance, and that's where like, I think that's where a lot of the immigrants are coming from. They're not like coming from Mexico. That's funny, Jason. That is a funny one. It's like, where are all the cinnamon twists? Happy birthday too, by the way.
There used to be this one Mexican place by my house, or in my town, that would do, they call it the California cheeseburger. It was basically just like a cheeseburger, but it also had avocado on it. That was super good, and really good French fries. Nice. That's awesome. I'd like to have a La Carne Asada for my birthday one of these years. And rent get a mariachi band to come. That'd be really exciting. An Amish smoke shop. That sounds interesting. Yeah, 42. Woo! I'll be 35 this year. Can you guys imagine, like, Amish people toking a bong or something, you know? Like, I don't know. What do Amish people smoke? Besides, like, tobacco. That Cypress Hill song, taking hits from a bong. Interesting. I've seen that before. Where you just buy the down stem and then drill a hole. There's one I've always wanted to make where you take the glass bottle, it's a glass bottle, but it's like a skull. And I think it's for vodka. That would be a cool one. Well, gang, the stretch is done. The breakfast is done. Is the stream done? My favorite Amish person is from the movie Kingpin. Isn't that a movie about bowling? Amish people here just work day and night. Yeah, right? So they must be smoking meth then, right? Never seen it, but I know what you're talking about, movie-wise. We're up to 5 viewers, 11 likes. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Let's see, it's been over a week now since I emailed that company about a bike. Still haven't heard anything. We're staying hopeful. We're putting the energy out there. They do offer a teacher discount, and with my college email and ID, I should pass as a teacher and get $100 off on a bike, which would be awesome. The avocado toast was good. It was super good. It's one of those ones where it's like, I kind of want to make another one, but I'll save for lunch. And for lunch, I'll probably make another sandwich and go live. We'll probably go live again at lunchtime, I think. So weird. I felt like I was hearing some kind of noise. Where we live, they used to have bean fields out, kind of where we rode yesterday, and they had this like popping thing going off at night where they'd use it to scare the deer away because they'd be eating the beans or the fruit or something. You know, like, you guys remember doing this with your finger? Basically, they do that like every 15 or so minutes, and it stopped. And it's really sad. There used to be like really prominent bean fields out there, and they just stopped. They stopped doing it, and the nature's taking it back. My plans today, I'm not too sure. It is Saturday, so I don't really have much many plans, right? I can kind of do whatever I want. I really want to hop on my road bike. Let's see. Any space today to hop on the road bikes? My neighbor, I actually went to school with his wife, right? But my buddy, we've become friends now. He lives around the corner. He's an avid cyclist, and I keep trying to link up with him to go on a bike ride. But one thing or the other happens, and we just haven't aligned it. But I just texted him and I was like, "You got any space to hop on the road bikes today, dude?" So that'd be fun. It's super nice out right now. There's not a breath of wind. Perfect. And then Daniela, my girlfriend, has thanks Jason for stopping by. I appreciate it. She has dog training here in like 2 hours. So she'll be busy for the next like 3 hours. Other than that, we're just chilling here in California. That's a funny thing. You can always tell when people they don't live here. They don't live here or they weren't born here. Because if you're born here, you automatically say CA or California. People that say Cali, you're like, oh, you weren't born here, were you? Because it just, I don't know, it's weird. It's just a weird kind of thing, like a mental thing, maybe, if that's the word I'm looking for. Like locals and people that were born here don't say Cali. Yeah, that is true. And they move to other states, right? And they're like, oh, I'm from California. So then it creates a terrible negative stigmatism about people from California. It's like, no, mofo, you might have lived in California, but you're not from California. You're from wherever you were born in. And so that bugs me. Or people drive like idiots because they flew in here and then rent cars, from like LAX or some other major airport and then drive throughout the state. But as you guys, you can call it whatever you want. I don't care. I'm just letting you know how we say it here. But have you guys noticed in Colorado, if you've ever rented a car there, all the rental cars have red plates, and those are to identify that they're a rental car, right? But we don't have that. We only have a normal plate here. We don't have a rental specific plate. So people will come here, rent cars, and then travel throughout the United States, right? As using California as it's like their first stop, right? So then they don't know how to drive. So then they leave and go to other states and then drive like idiots, like idiots. And people are like, oh, people in California know how to drive, and they come to our state and don't know how to drive. It's like, well, they're probably not from California. Their car is from California, but they're probably not from California. So it's just funny. That's just me being bitter towards other states that want to stereotype our state because they're too stupid, in my opinion. No, actually, my let's see, how many people back in my? So there's me. Here's my parents. So like, okay, I don't know how to count this. I'd be last generation. Generation before me was my parents. Then the generation between that is my grandparents, and then the ones before him. So I'd be like fourth generation. So these ones, those people actually came over here from Eastern Europe, right? And they came through Ellis Island. And my great-great-grandma came through and had to stay at Ellis Island for like 3 weeks, I want to say, if I remember the story correctly, as like the paperwork were processing and her to get American citizenship. So we didn't come here for the gold rush. But then my grandpa was born and raised in New York, I believe. And then once he became an adult, he joined the military. He was a Marine, and then was stationed out here in California, I believe, or retired in California. And then my dad was born in LA, and then they moved up here because my grandpa got a job as an insurance salesman for farmers, I believe, if I remember the story correctly. And so that's how they ended up here. And our Air Force Base is actually, well, it wasn't our Air Force Base. Sorry. I've lived here my whole life, right? And so we're still getting used to calling it. But it used to be an Air Force Base, and now it's a Space Force Base. Yeah, it is good to know your history. And I'm signed up for 23andMe. I'm just gonna let that happen in the background. But the 23andMe doesn't really tell you too much about your family history, just your genetic history, right? And so that's how I found out I'm like 98.99% Eastern European. Definitely have some like Viking blood in me somewhere. I'm not a direct descendant of Scandinavia. Yeah, but the places where I am from, like the Vikings, definitely. No, that's Charlie in rugby. Charlie's the brown and white Jack Russell, and then Rugby's the just all brown guy. Higgins is down here. There's Higgins. He's just like, are we gonna get some food? He's just pissed because I usually give them some cheese tacks with their breakfast. Just a little cheese tacks and a little chicken broth to kind of like mix it up, But I've just been giving them dry food now. I'm just like, you guys are begging too much, and I'm just gonna give you dry food. And Higgins is kind of, he's a little particular. Sometimes I call him Elton John when he gets in his little moods. Come on, buddy. We call him Elton John when he's feeling sassy. He does this little thing where he just taps his paw. Like, hello, I need assistance. Well, we are at 1 hour and 7 minutes. I really appreciate you guys tuning into my stream. I think we're gonna get off here and go watch Davy's stream for a little bit and experience life at an Amish market. If he's still doing it. Take it on a short one. Let's see if Davey. Yeah, he's still alive. Nice. Look at that beard. That Davey beard. Well, anyways, guys, I really appreciate you hanging out with me for an hour, 108 minutes, almost 2 hours. It's been a great stream. We had a great morning stretch, great breakfast, great conversation, as always. 11 likes. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing and hanging out with me. As always, we'll be back during lunch, probably, most likely, unless my girlfriend invites me to dog training. And with that, it's gonna cost her some Raising Cane's because I haven't had it in over a week or so. And as you guys know, I freaking love Raising Cane's. But yeah, don't forget to do something every single day to make yourselves better than you were yesterday. In 2.5 hours, my vlog from today becomes live. As you guys know, a new video comes out every single day at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And yeah, join me in the Discord, buy me a coffee, check out the merch store, you name it. We got a lot of different links and a lot of different things for you guys to check out when we're not live or there isn't a new video. And also, I'm on a $154-day vlog streak, so there's a lot of videos you can watch to get caught up to with just my life and what I've been doing every day since I filmed a video every single day since my birthday last year, basically. So that's pretty freaking cool. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, check out the merch store, everything, you know what I'm saying? See, look, there's the link right there to the merch store. But as always, guys, I will see you at the next one. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to be awesome, stay rad. Yeah, I'm struggling to end this. I'm just kind of ranting right now. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great Saturday, you guys.